Hi there, I'm Chris Maroff. I'm the orchestra director at Valparaiso High School and Ben Franklin Middle School, and I also teach the 5th grade beginning strings class. If you're watching this, most likely you linked to it from the email where I was talking about what online learning would look like for our beginners. And in that there is certainly, while we don't have all the answers yet, there's a heavy component of parental involvement. If you're not a musician, I'm sure that makes you very nervous. But I'm here giving this video to you now to tell you that yes, you can do this, and it's maybe not as bad as you think. And I want to just sort of help you visualize some of those things that I was talking about in that lesson. So one of the things I talk about is that if it looks right, it is right. And I'm not going to give you a full lesson right now. I'll give that to you later. But I just want to say there are a lot of things. For example, one of the most common problems we see with beginners is what we call pizza wrists, like they're delivering a pizza, and they want to flatten their hand down while they play. We need a nice straight wrist. So one of the things you can do, musician or not, you can look at a kid and say, oh, he's got a bent wrist, and just say, remind him, straight wrist. So things like that. The other thing is they like to put it, if they're playing a viola or violin, they put it in front of them like this, and they play staring down at their fingers. We don't want that. We want it up on their shoulder, and they look to the side. So I'll give you some tips and tricks and some of those code words that we use to do that. So we look for instrument flat tabletop, off to the side, straight wrist. And see, if it looks right, it looks good. If your kid's doing this, well, there's a little bit to work on. So you don't have to necessarily tell them how to do it, but you could just sort of give them the idea. We'll set them up before that. Same thing with the bow. A lot of times we see kids, they just want to grip it like a baseball bat, but there's a certain way where we bend the thumb, and it's a relaxed bow hold, and pinky on top for violins, violas. So we'll show them some things like that. And again, you can say, if you see them holding the bow like that, say, don't forget your grip. You can say, is your thumb bent? So there's just some little things like that. You don't, again, have to teach them the notes by notes. It's just more about helping them correct the posture because there's so many different things that they have to learn. Finally, one of the other things that you might look for, you'll see like on all these instruments back here, if you're familiar with guitar or something, they have these metal lines that are frets. Helps you play very easily in tune because you can push your finger anywhere back there and it comes out in tune. With stringed instruments, like this cello, we don't have anything. It's a bare, empty neck. However, at the beginning level, all of your students' instruments will have tapes on them like this one. Now, it doesn't guarantee in-tune playing because it's just a tape to mark the spot, but what it is it's a place where their fingers go. And so a lot of times as early students are playing, let me turn around here, they'll see that their fingers start to shift one way or the other, and they're off the tapes because they're busy thinking about something else. So they just need some reminding about where their fingers go. So, and again, we'll help them with finger numbers and stuff like that. And then it's just up to you that while they're juggling all these things, reading music, holding the instrument up, holding the bow, putting their fingers down, that they just need someone there to kind of just watch and just help them kind of juggle these things all together. We teach them in isolation, but every kid runs through those steps at a little bit different pace. And having that immediate feedback before they spend a whole session playing like this, so that they're always open and relaxed and good to go. Anyway, I will be back with more specific information as we dive into the school year. But again, I wanted this to just sort of be a message of empowerment for you to let you know that, yes, you can do this. I, as a professional, am very comfortable with you giving some of these tips and pointers. And I will certainly be in further touch with you about what those little keywords and key points to look at are. And we can make the best of this situation together. I hope that eases your concerns. If you have any other questions, never hesitate to reach out to me and we can chat further. Thanks so much.